feels like spring. Yes, it does. And in being that it feels like spring, I'm gonna have to take a Benadryl tonight because my honey is not kicking in the way that I need it to. I don't know if I need to go get some new stuff. The old stuff still tastes pretty good, but my allergies are acting up. Oh, it's the worst time of year for me because I got allergies. I gotta take a trip to the bank. I've already started working on my letters. I made the stencils. I figure you guys wouldn't want to see stencils being made. It's not the best thing in the world to see. But I've made the stencils, and I'm about to, next step is to use the stencils to cut the vinyl, make both sides of the truck, of the trailer consistent. So I want to do like a YouTube play button on the side of the trailer, along with my YouTube name on there, and Instagram. Yeah, I don't know if I look terrible, but I sure do feel terrible because these allergies are kicking my butt already. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a Benadryl tonight. That's the best time to take it so I can just sleep good. Not that I have any problem sleeping right now, it's just during the day it's nothing but sneezes. Oh, it's nothing but sneezes. I'm so sick of it already. And it just started. But I will take it for the weather because the weather is beautiful out here. I actually just had to roll down the windows to let some of this heat out the truck. But yeah, things should really start picking up now. As far as customers coming out, as far as locations opening up that I can go to, things should really start picking up. I don't know what I was thinking. I started working and just got to work before I thought about the camera. So now that I'm thinking about the camera, I've already finished one side. So I'll give you guys a look at what the back of the trailer looks like. The letters are big, and maybe I didn't mean to make them that big, but it's okay. As you can see, it's very big and bright. I actually like the way it's looking. That's me doing it myself. Not the most professional. I see some crooked lines, but while you're driving down the road, you won't notice it or pay attention to it. So this vinyl is actually pretty nice. And it's got some bubbles in here, but you know, you'll never see that while you're driving. As long as people can read it, and it gives me signage. And I went on Amazon and I actually found some burgers and fries that I'm going to put down here. Then I'm going to put the charity logo. I'll probably put it at this corner. Put that charity logo in between the rivets right there, and put one on the opposite side too. But that is actually a magnet, so I'm going to have to find a way to glue that on. I'm going to go get some construction glue and just glue it on right there, and then glue one on the other side as well. What I plan to do is also do this side of the trailer. I'll probably put it about right here, and then put some images down at the bottom, you know, French fries, hamburger, hot dog, stuff like that. I'll just put that stuff right there, and then below that, near the very bottom, I'll have my Instagram and YouTube, and I'll put that right here on the back too, my Instagram and YouTube right here. So yeah, that's the way it looks. Nice, big and bright. I meant to get that orange color. So the shirts that I got, what I'm going to end up doing is getting that similar orange and spray painting that onto the shirt. That's the goal anyway. I'll probably end up spray painting or painting on myself a YouTube play button, and I think it's just a white Instagram logo or something like that. But this is just the start of getting this trailer with some advertising on it. Yeah, I'll start working on the opposite side. First, I got to clean all the dust off the trailer because this stuff sticks right onto the metal, which is good. And it sticks very solid too, so weather shouldn't affect it pretty much at all. Okay, so I'm just seeing, I just taped them up there to get a visual representation of exactly how I want them to go. They don't got to carry as much of an arch as the last ones did, or the backside does. So I'm just trying to get a feel for how I want them to sit. I'll probably move that Y over just a little bit. No, that can actually stay where it's at. I like that position. So yeah, it looks decent. That's what we're looking like from a distance. Doesn't look half bad. Yeah, I think I actually like that positioning. Maybe bring the J down just a little bit, so it can meet the bottom of the D, or actually bring the D up. I like the little arch in it, but yeah, it doesn't look bad. Okay, I brought the U up and the B up just a little bit, so it gives it a little bit more of an arch. And yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's fine the way it is. Very large, That's cool too. So, and then I'll put other stuff all around the trailer. Like I said, this back corner, I'm going to put the one of the logos for the charity on. But yeah, that's looking decent. I like the way it looks. So I guess I'll go ahead and take the backing off and start sticking these. So the next project, minor partial project, is to start making the A-frame for the sign, and then I'll go on Amazon and order some vinyl for like cheeseburger, French fries, and stuff like that to put some more pizzazz on the outside of the trailer. Okay, I'm here at the house today because I got to finish this project of removing all this window trim to put a screen up here. It rained pretty much all day yesterday, so I couldn't do anything outside yesterday. And unfortunately, I don't have a garage, so I wasn't able to work inside with the chop saw. But, so I got the wood sitting outside right now, and I gotta take all this framework off and measure everything up to start building what I hope will be a decent enough screen. So basically, what I plan to do is just give me half the window that I can open this thing up, and that's more than enough room to get the food out. I really like those really big windows, but it's more window than what you need. You know, it really is. Even half of this, as long as I can get the food out here. And then when you think about a drive-through window is not huge by any stretch of the imagination. It's usually maybe 2 feet, 3 feet wide by 3.5 feet tall. It's usually a skinnier window, and they do just fine out of a drive-through. That's what this is like. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on this and hopefully finish this out today. I'm also gonna go ahead and cut the wood for the A-frame and try and finish that today. And then I'm gonna try and paint both parts, because this weekend I'd really like to have the A-frame out and hopefully the screen as well. Bugs are gonna start coming out quick. It feels great out here for number one. I mean, it feels fantastic. We'll just go ahead and get started. So basically, I got the basic concept of the window down, took a little cut, nothing spectacular. I wanted to do pocket holes for this section, but this wood is a little bit too thin for my jig, so I wasn't able to do the pocket hole jig, but I was able to get one right here for the center. So basically, I'm gonna put screen around here, which I already have. Screen right here, and then I'm gonna build another frame that's this big, and it's gonna be the sliding part. And I just gotta have little hooks that it slides in, or basically a rail that it slides in. Very simple design, nothing spectacular, but it'll give me a window right here to access so people can, and then the door should be able to close just fine, because the frame right here is actually gonna be on the outside of this. A little dark, but yeah, everything's looking good, pretty much the way I thought it would come out. So yeah, so all I gotta do is make this section now and put the screen up. Should be good to go. Should have chose a better stock of wood. This stuff is just so flimsy, but I don't need this to be Fort Knox strong. It's just going to hold a screen. That's all it's going to hold is a screen. So I don't really need it to be the strongest wood possible, but this stuff is just so flimsy from Lowe's. I just want to get the screen on and build a slide mechanism and then be done with it. I basically have it clamped right now because the wood split as I put the screw in. So I put a bunch of wood glue up in there, and I gotta let it dry, and then once the screw gets in there, it should be all right. So now I got it the same diameter, size, frame as this, and then I just gotta build something that the window actually slides in. Basically a groove that it can sit in top and bottom. So as I slide it, it just stays in its groove and slides right back. Nothing too fancy, just a screen that works. So it's the next day. Yesterday, in the middle of me finishing up the project, it kind of started raining. So this is where we got so far. Basically, I have this whiteboard. This is basically the material that I use for the ceiling of the trailer, but I got to cut a good couple inches off of it. And I think, I'm not sure, but I really want to take these legs and move them up a little bit, but I guess it doesn't matter as long as it's sturdy. And then I'll put this whiteboard on here and use dry erase to put menu or business name and all that stuff, put WJs on it. And I can do the same thing for this, but I think I have to go get another piece for this. I have some pieces, but they don't fit. It leaves about an inch gap on one side. So I'm about to head to Lowe's because I got to get some paint. I can't find my paint. I don't know where it's at. So I can't find my, I'm going to go get some paint so I can paint this all white and figure out the solution for what I'm going to use to make this piece slide. I let it sit overnight, so it's pretty much done now. This wood is terrible, but I don't need it to be the most sturdy piece of wood on the planet. I just need it to slide easily. So that's pretty much the design right there. And all it's going to do is just slide out the way. So slide, slide. That's pretty much the design. That's it. Just as simple as that. It gives me a nice window. And then once I put the screen on this, you know, I'll have a screen. So all I got to do is find the mechanism at which I'm going to make this slide, and this will be done. And then I'm going to paint it white so it'll be nice and neat. All right, I found this L channel at Lowe's. Basically all this needs to do is just sit in the channel like this. So that's going to be the slide right there. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy. Sitting under the window, I'll just attach it like this, and that creates a channel. If you can see that, that creates a channel for it to slide in. That's basically all I need, nothing fancy. So basically, I'm going to take about 2 feet of this and put it on the top side of the window, and the majority of it's going to go on the bottom side of the window, basically just to have a channel to slide in and out. So, whoops. Where did I make my mark? So, cut about 2 feet of this off. This is where shears come in handy. HVAC tools, you can't live without them. I use these things so much on pretty much everything. Just that easy. Nice cut. Now what I found is, if you look, it's not much of a hold, so I'm going to have to pinch this closed a little bit more because, I mean, it really doesn't matter, but I just want it to be more vertical, which it kind of has a lazy lean to the outside of it. But my only problem right now is how am I going to connect it underneath, because it's kind of tight under there. But I'll figure something out. Trust me, I know how bootleg this looks. My whole trailer is bootleg, so what's the difference? So I'm basically going to get my basic design and staple this first piece for this side, because this side won't move, and then I'll cut the other side and staple for the other side that actually does the sliding. But then that gives me my screen, so that's all I needed. barely can see it, but this is nowhere near perfection, but there's a screen there. Yeah, I barely can see it, but I'm gonna have a little trouble trying to get this down here, but I think I'm gonna have to put a screw down here or some glue or something. But the rest of it is, I'll just put some more nails around the outside. Kind of missed a couple. But yeah, so that's basically the look I was going for. I'll clean this up a little bit, make sure there's enough going right here. A little on the dark side because I'm focusing outside. So I'll make sure there's enough going out here and put some more along here to make sure it's nice and taut. So what I've decided to do to make my job a little easier is I'm gonna go ahead and remove my screen real quick so I can take everything out and mount everything up properly. And then, because it's still gonna be hard for me to get up under here. So, but if I move my screen, then it makes it just a little bit easier for me to get up under there and figure how I'm gonna attach the bottom slide. But so I could just take this up because when you look under here, it's actually drilled through and has these tightening bolts that go through from the bottom that kind of keep it secure. And it's supposed to spin off, but it's so tight and I got it too far forward to the side of the trailer that it won't spin off. Otherwise I'd just be able to spin it off. But I could just take these off from under here and it'll come right off. After fighting for most of the day to try and re-engineer this window, by the way, I'm no engineer, I just figured out a way to make things work, and I think I finally made this work. So the window slides like I needed to, nothing special. I got the screen up on both ends, so that's cool. It's real rough looking, I know, but I have full access to get food in and out and take credit cards and everything, and then I can close it and have bug penetration not happen. We're about to be in spring, so it came out all right. I'm happy with it. It doesn't need to be the cutest thing in the world. It just needs to work. Another thing that I have going on right now is I decided to build an A-frame sign so I can have a bigger presence as far as something outside. You guys know I just did the stickers on the trailer, so now I have this bigger sign. So let me show you. And most of these signs that you get, like I seen one at Michael's, it's like $40 for one that's half the size of this. So if I built it, I think I spent $6 on materials. And some of the materials I've already had, you know, I keep wood around and stuff like that. So I did end up buying like $4 worth, maybe $6 worth of wood. And everything else I pretty much already had. So this is what it's looking like. So, this material right here is the same material that I actually have on the ceiling, which I believe dry erase will work on that. I'm gonna test it just to make sure. But it's 4 feet tall basically. And I'll probably end up putting a chain right here so it won't, you know, completely, I don't know. I'll put something right there to keep it more sturdy. Either a chain, or I was thinking about a piece of wood that folds down and kind of locks it into place so it can't be blown over so easy. But what I'm thinking is I'm gonna have this side of that material, and I have some particle board in the shed. For this side, I was actually thinking about painting it chalkboard style so I can have one dry erase and one chalkboard, just to give it a different mix. So when you're coming from one direction, you're going to see chalkboard on this side, and on the other side you'll see dry erase, just to give it a little different mix. I can fold this up, put it right in the back of the truck, or actually I can put it in the trailer, so it's actually pretty cool. One of the last things I have to do for the projects of today is I bought this extra strip because if you can see down there, I actually have to put that strip down there, and it goes against the entire back wall. That was one of the things that the health department worker said that I needed to do so food doesn't get up under there, which if you can see there's a little bit of crumbs and stuff going up under there. But before I cut this one up and do that, I'm going to take all of this out so I can mop, clean the floor, get everything out, clean the entire floor first, and then I'll go ahead and tackle that last little piece. Woo, look at this floor. It is super greasy. I'll fix that up in just a minute. Yeah, so back here is the strip that I'm going to end up putting down there. I got to clean the wall right there. Luckily that's FRP, so there's no problem with cleaning it, but I'm going to put this this particular strip right here on the back side after I finish mopping the floor. I've kind of already started. You see the dirt line, but yeah, this floor will be in tip-top shape in about 20 minutes. Well, back to the every time I record there's a lawnmower going off. Grass hasn't even started to grow yet. Why are people trying to cut grass? So basically this is what it looks like from the outside. Looks pretty decent. So the screen is there. You barely can see it, but the screen is there. I might have to do something about that corner up there, but as far as the way it slides right now from the inside, it's actually pretty decent. I know it looks abysmal from the inside, but ooh, I made a mess in here. And I finished cleaning the floor. Those purple stains is primer, they'll never come up, but I just finished cleaning the mats too. And I just got to put the mats back in, clean up. As far as the board goes, I'm going to go ahead and draw some stuff on that tonight. And I have, for this particular door, I can either keep it closed, or I actually bought one of those magnetic screen doors for doors that got the magnets in the middle. I actually got one of those, so I can actually keep this door open if I wanted to. And I'll probably put that on this weekend as well. All right, I got that piece done. My crappy window is up. Look, there's a bug out there right now. Ha ha, you can't get in. That piece is also done for the most part right now. Been a very productive week. Thank you for watching. I think I'm getting better at this YouTube thing. Yeah, I'm getting good. See you guys in the next video. Peace.